Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global TV. We're live in the nation's capital, Abuja, and I am Queen Agaba. President Bola Tinubu has declared the outstanding payments that the federal government owed the Super Eagles and other supporting teams of the country. According to a statement on the X handle of Tinubu's media center on Sunday, the payment entails the clearing of the senior national team coach salaries running up to 15 months, payment of allowances and promises due to the senior national team's females and under 20 national team. Recall that in 2020, the Super Eagles complained that the federal government was yet to release the 1.5 billion naira approved for them to compete at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. The presidency has said that it is investigating the transfer of 585.189 million naira grant meant for vulnerable groups in Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Ogun and Lagos states in a private account. This is as some civil society organizations called for the sacking of Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Betta Edu, for directing the payment, asking the president not to condone impunity, demanding that Edu be removed as minister and made to face interrogation by anti-corruption agencies. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, told newsmen on Saturday that the matter is under investigation and appropriate actions will be taken thereafter. In a viral document signed by her and directed to the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, Edu directed the disbursement of 585.189 million naira into one Bridget Mojisola Oniyelu's private account. The minister had, in a statement on Friday by her special assistant on media and publicity, Rashid Zubair, said the payment followed due process. The leaked document revealed that the money was paid into Oniyelu's account. Zubair had explained that the money was paid into Oniyelu's account because she currently serves as the project accountant of grants for vulnerable groups. Meanwhile, the executive director of the Human Rights Monitoring Agenda Global Resource Initiative, Bona Olaitan Isiak, has urged Tinubu to set up a panel to probe the matter so as to set precedents for future culprits. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Enugu Depot, has denied any plans to increase price of petrol. The chairman of IPMAN, Enugu Depot, Chinedu Anyaso, who made the statement in Oka, Anambra State at the weekend, asked the public to disregard news of an increase in the price of petrol. Speaking on the rumored impending increase in the price of petrol, he described the reports as one of the mischievous news of social media stories. He added that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, which is a sole importer of petrol, has not informed them of any plan to increase petrol price. Hence, the public should disregard the rumors and stop engaging in panic buying. Ayaso further assured that contrary to certain reports, there are no plans to increase the price of petrol in the country at the moment, adding that the panic may have arisen from a calculation of the downward trend of Naira in exchange with the dollar. The University of Ibadan, Oyo State, on Sunday described as baseless the story making the rounds that some fake professors were identified in the institution. It was earlier reported that a purported list from a government agency has been in circulation, containing names of some professors who are said to be fake. The university, in a statement by the Registrar and Secretary to Council and Senate, Ganiyu Saliu in Ibadan, the state's capital, said the names on the list were not bona fide members of the institution. The management, however, categorically states that none of the professors listed have ever been listed as staff of the university, noting that the University of Ibadan biennially publishes its calendar wherein all the names of the bona fide academic staff are listed. These names are not on the calendar, further urging members of the public to disregard such stories, as the University of Ibadan would never jeopardize the integrity of its academic programs by parading fake professors. Similarly, the management of the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, is to be working in the institution was not known to the university. The university, in a press statement made available to journalists in Ilorin on Sunday and signed by Mr. Kunle Akogun, Director of Corporate Affairs, said that none of the names mentioned in the list were workers of the university. Meanwhile, the National Universities Commission has denounced the list of fake professors in some Nigerian universities being circulated in the media. The Commission said the list could not have emanated from the apex regulatory educational body without due consultation with the accredited universities. The Deputy Executive Secretary in charge of Academic Directorate, Noel Abiodun Saliu, explained that such information should be taken as mischievous and unfounded. He asserted that such publication should be taken as the handwork of mischief makers who are out to destroy the hard-earned reputation of those prestigious institutions whose names were mentioned. In the same vein, the rector of Kaduna Business School, KBS, Dr. Dahiru Sani, has threatened to sue the National Universities Commission, NUC, if it doesn't remove the school's name from the list of 58 illegal universities released by the Commission. According to him, the NUC was wrong to include KBS in the list because the business school is not a university and doesn't run a degree program. The rector addressed newsmen to react to the recent list released by the NUC, which included the business school among the 58 fake universities in the country, describing the move as an attempt to discredit a good reputation of the school built over 20 years. He explaining that the KBS management since June 26, 2018, when NUC first released the list of illegal universities, wrote to the Commission to inform them that the school did not offer any graduate or postgraduate degree programs on its campus and was not involved with any other university for this purpose. He further said, after about 6 months, they received a reply from NUC on December 12, 2018, signed by Director of Academic Planning, Dr. G.B. Kumo. According to the letter, the Commission said it was taking necessary steps to ensure that KBS would not be portrayed as an illegal entity, as it does not run any degree program. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, on New Year Day, Monday, 1st January 2024, intercepted a consignment of Colorado, a very strong strain of cannabis concealed in boxing kits imported from the United States of America. A week-long intelligence-led operation to get the receiver arrested was consummated on Saturday, 6th January, following the successful tracking and arrest of 38-year-old Olorunfemi Saheed Olakunle, who distributes the dangerous psychoactive substance to dealers across Lagos State. The consignment had arrived the country on Monday, 1st January, via Cairo on Egypt Airlines flight, marked as boxing kits. According to Saheed, he delivers such consignments to different recipients whenever his childhood friend, US-based Sagir Salami, sends them. The latest shipment has a total weight of 1.80 kilograms. Meanwhile, a 28-year-old female supplier of ammunition to bandits, Bilikisu Suleiman, came top on the list of 12 other suspects arrested by NDLEA operatives in New Year interdiction operations in Kaduna, Lagos, Niger, Kogi, Kano, Borno, and Osun states. Bilikisu was arrested on Wednesday, 3rd January by NDLEA officers on patrol along Zaria-Kano Expressway in possession of 249 rounds of 7.62 millimeters live ammunition concealed in a black nylon bag kept in her lady's handbag. She was on her way to deliver the ammunition to an identified bandit in Kakumi village, Katsina State, when she was nabbed, after which she was arrested. to the Kaduna State Command of the Nigerian Police Force for further investigation, commending the arrest and seizure of the past week by officers and men of the MMIA, Lagos, Niger, Kogi, Kano, Borno and Osun commands. Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, retired, charged them and their compatriots across all formations of the agency to continue to remain vigilant and double their drug demand reduction as well as drug supply reduction efforts in the new year. Bandits who kidnapped Alhaji Mansour Al-Khadija and his 6 children have contacted the family demanding 60 million naira ransom. The victims were abducted on Tuesday night in the Buari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory. His brother Alhaji Abdul Fatai, who led policemen to foil the abduction, was shot dead by the bandits. Also, 2 among the 3 injured policemen hit by bullets during the fire exchange had reportedly died. It was also gathered that the bandits later freed the father to go and search for the ransom to secure the release of his children. Following the new developments, the family of the victims from Okekere area of Ilorin, Kwara State on Sunday solicited funds towards their rescue. A relative of the victims, Sheriff Din, described the period as a very challenging one for the family. You're watching the News Prime and it's coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. The News Prime returns shortly. Please stay with us. On the foreign scene, no fewer than 110 people have been reported dead 5 days after a huge earthquake struck central Japan. Rescuers and residents sifted through rubble on Saturday as the focus turned to recovering bodies and cleaning up rather than finding survivors. The death toll from the New Year Day's 7.5 magnitude quake in the Ishikawa region of Japan's main Honshu Island was certain to rise, with 210 people still unaccounted for. The work of thousands of rescue workers has been hampered by bad weather. Snow was forecast for Sunday and roads were torn apart by gaping cracks and blocked by an estimated 1,000 landslides. The U.S. Supreme Court has said it will hear a historic case to determine if Donald Trump can run for president. The justices agreed to take up Trump's appeal against the decision by Colorado to remove him from the 2024 ballot in that state. The case will be heard in February and the ruling will apply nationwide. Lawsuits in a number of states are seeking to disqualify Trump, arguing that he engaged in insurrection during the U.S. Capitol riot 3 years ago. The legal challenges hinge on whether a Civil War-era constitutional amendment renders Trump ineligible to stand as a candidate. The Supreme Court's decision to hear Trump's appeal came after attorney generals from 27 states filed a brief asking the court to reject Colorado's ruling. In business, Dangote Industries Limited has opened up on the last week visit by officials of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to its headquarters in Lagos, describing it as embarrassing, while pledging it is ready to assist the Commission in its investigations in the indigenous conglomerate. In a statement disclosed that it received a letter from the EFCC on December 6, 2023, requesting details of all the foreign exchange allocated to it by the Central Bank of Nigeria from 2014, to the present, describing the request from EFCC has not been peculiar to Dangote Group. The company management said that they understand similar letters were sent to 51 other groups of companies requesting for same information spanning the same period. According to the statement, Dangote Group responded to the EFCC to acknowledge receipt of the letter while seeking clarification on the subsidiaries or companies within the group that they required information on. It also requested additional time to compile and properly present the extensive documentation spanning 10 years, stating its resolve to continue to play its key role in stimulating the domestic economy. Dangote Group declared that they will remain committed to providing the EFCC with all necessary information and cooperation as a law-abiding and ethical corporate citizen, adding that they have already delivered the first batch of documents and are actively working to compile and submit the remaining documents in good time to aid their investigation. The Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, Adewale Adeniyi, has said the officers of the service will work tirelessly to achieve the 5.1 trillion naira revenue target set by the federal government for the service in 2024. Adeniyi stated this on Thursday in Abuja at the decoration of the newly promoted officers of the service. He stated that the year 2024 is full of expectations, especially on the Nigerian Customs Service in terms of revenue and trade facilitation, and the service is ready to harness its manpower to meet those expectations. Adding that last year, Customs remitted 3.2 trillion naira into the Federation account, and this year the target is 5.1 trillion naira, and is believed the promotion exercise will serve as a motivation for officers to work together in achieving the target. The Customs boss further stated that the service will be deploying technology to improve border security and trade facilitations at ports. Speaking on the promotion, Adeniyi stated that the exercise was run based on merit and a determination to prove to the officers that henceforth they will only be promoted by what they know and not who they know. In sports, Brazilian football legend and the first person to win the FIFA World Cup as both a player and coach, Mario Zagallo, has died at age 92. Zagallo was an instrumental figure as any Brazil's rise to prominence as a global football power. Zagallo, who died on Friday, was the only surviving member of the Brazilian team that lifted the 1958 World Cup trophy, the country's first title, and one that eased the pain of a traumatic defeat by Uruguay at the Maracanã 8 years prior, while that memory remained vivid. Zagallo would do his utmost to revive the anguish by leaving his fingerprints on 4 of Brazil's 5 World Cup triumphs. President of Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, Ibrahim Gusau, has disclosed that Nigeria's chances of winning the 2024 edition of the African Cup of Nations, AFCON, are very bright. He made this known in an interview with journalists in Ikom local government area, Cross River State, when he attended the Thanksgiving service in a Catholic church organized by the Minister of Sports Development, John Onwa-Eno. He said the NFF had done much to prepare the Super Eagles to participate in the tournament, further disclosing that the federal government had also approved and released the team's request to enable them have good participation at AFCON in Côte d'Ivoire, billed to commence on 13th January 2024 at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium in Ebimpe, Abidjan. And that's it, News Prime, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Don't forget, we're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. I'm Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching and see you again.